Hi, y'all. I'm Brendan Deshaun. Today we got.
Bobby Sage.
What's up, Bobby? How you feeling?
I'm alright, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
Hey, you are like a well-respected artist. You probably don't know this, but you're a well-respected artist, and I do appreciate the work you do in the DMV, musically and art-wise.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So, can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah. So, a lot of people think that I'm from the 804.
Are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C. I've also lived out in parts of Maryland, and I also lived out in parts of Virginia. So I'm a DMV conquistador.
Okay.
My father's from Virginia, so that's why I have ties to Virginia a lot. So when I mentioned 804, that's Central Virginia. A lot of people just know about Nova, you know what I'm saying, like Northern Virginia, but no one really knows about, well 804 is getting its buzz now.
Yeah.
But, when I started getting my buzz during the time, there were conversations of people talking about, oh, Richmond doesn't get this much attention, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's the summarized version of my origin story. So Washington, D.C., born and raised, got my finding out in Virginia.
Okay.
Now I'm back at home, just trying to Ben made a name for myself, but I still am hungry enough to say I'm trying to make a name for myself still. I really don't know how much of a name, when you said what you said to me, I really don't know how much of an effect or how much significance I am to the music community for real. I have no clue. I'm oblivious. I just do shit. And, and I take the love, I appreciate the love, and you know what I'm saying, I just want to be able to like reciprocate it. So that's like one of the things that I did with it was, give back to Richmond with a fashion show, with the helps of Creative House and Mark Bravo and them. And, I just want to be able to continue that with other spaces as well. Hell, even with my own brand, Nirvana Nimbus, that's my company. I've had that idea for years and years, and I just want to be able to have that be a company where it's not just music, it's fashion, it's things like this, like architecture, be able to build schools for kids and recreational centers for the youth. You know what I'm saying? I have big things for Nirvana Nimbus Entertainment. I have this logo for it, right, where it's a cloud and it has a number 9 on it.
I like
and,
that.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to like have that mix in with having the 9 departments, music, fashion, architecture, or however you want to call it, with helping out the youth, things of that nature. I want it to be more than just the music.
Okay.
I said a lot just for you to be like, who am I?
No, I love it. We love it, though. We love it. So, what inspired you to do your fashion show in Richmond? Because I know you talked about it just now a few seconds ago. So what inspired you to do that there?
So I started when I had moved for the umpteenth time back in Virginia. I was working at Amazon, making great money, shit hours, but it was what it was. I still made great money nonetheless.
Yeah.
Enough money to be able to take this curiosity of, hey, what else can I do with this other talent? I wonder if I am good at making a design, because at first I wanted to be a graphic designer.
Okay.
I actually wanted to go to school for it and everything, but I'm like, I changed my mind instantly. I was like, because I saw the career paths of where it took, and it just didn't really excite me. So I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do. Went to Hobby Lobby when it was cool to support Hobby Lobby, and just started getting like t-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, spray paint, oil acrylic, oil pastels, you name it.
Yeah.
And I just started going at it. Started being bored in my room, and just being alone with my creativity, seeing what I could do with it. Then at first it was fun. Then now I have this message where it's now a brand called Free Slave, and it's a play on, not even a play on words, but it's a play on thought. Being a free slave, like, we're at the end of the day we're going to be bound for something. So I'm going to be bound to my creative endeavors. I'm going to be bound to my artistry. I'm going to be bound to everything that I've always wanted to do that people back then used to get mad at me about because, oh, you just want to do what you want to do. Well, I'm a slave to the creativity. We're in an arts building right now.
Right.
So the universe has bounded me to this. Like, the universe has assigned me to be a creative. It's just that I really have to lock in, do my part, just like everybody else does.
Facts.
And it's also a thing where it's a support of Palestine. It's a support for Gaza. It's a support to free the Congo. It was a political stance at first, but the delivery was all fucked up.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to deliver, and that's my kryptonite, is that I have these great ideas, but I don't know how to deliver.
That's fine.
In music, here and there, it's a hit or miss, but even in music, I don't know how to deliver. I've accepted this about myself, right?
But it's still great art, though.
So, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope the fuck it is. I hope it is, man.
You know, you gotta get your flowers, you gotta get your compliments while you're alive. I'm tired of people dying. People are like, oh, this person was this. I'm like, you didn't say that to them in person.
Right.
So they didn't know, you know. So I do have to say that personally.
Thank you.
You're a good fucking artist. And I say artist, I'm not just talking about music, I'm talking about all around in general. Like you talking about the Cloud 9. That.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I mean, I appreciate it from everybody that in my face or even behind my back has given me appraisal and given me my flowers and all that.
Yeah. So what got you into music?
What got me into music was definitely family. Watching my uncle and his friends when they were younger, be in the basement. They had the do-rag wrapped around the clothes hook. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know about that.
They don't know about that.
They don't know about that.
That's the OG invention right there of that pop filter right there. You know, the first pop filter. But just being a kid and watching them like do their thing, and then they chimed me in at times, but they knew I was a kid, so I didn't have much to say, and just hanging around with my uncle and going to studios out in Southeast, Northeast, you name it, knowing about celebrities that are related to me and actually having photo evidence, so that way I don't sound like a crazy person when I be like, hey, this person is related to me. Yeah, I can be like, yeah, nah, this is a picture of my mom.
Yeah, bitch.
Huh.
You like, yeah, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nigga, like,
like, you know what I used to hate? I used to hate when people like, if you famous, why you here? I'm like, what that supposed to mean? I can't be here.
Right.
The fuck?
And they don't even know me. I mean, like the person that I'm just now getting to know, this person that is related to us. So hey, it's just different factors. But just being around my family, really, and like me developing my taste. As you can see with the pants, Skull and Bones.
Okay, fit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As you can tell, the all black, I listen to rock and roll. Like hip hop was there, but it wasn't my first love in music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I always loved rock and roll. Always loved Metallica, Iron Maiden, System of a Down, Evanescence. I mean, of course, these are different variations of rock. But of course, I cannot forget to leave out the legendary Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
top 5 rock group all time.
I like rock because of the history. It came from a black person.
Yeah. Black
people started it from the blues to hell, even down to jazz. You know what I'm saying? Now, jazz is I wouldn't say jazz is rock, but it's punk. It's punk. I call jazz punk because it's a different sound, it's a different frequency.
Yeah.
It's going against the traditions of that time. But to go back, rock and roll was always and forever will be my favorite. And then I delved into hip hop, delved into go-go, and from then on it was just history from there. So yeah, a lot of influences from family and just my taste in music.
I like that. Can you give me your top 5 artists of all time? Any genre.
Any genre?
Any genre.
Living or breathing or dead?
No breathing or dead.
Or dead. Living, I'll do 3 people living. Mos Def.
Okay.
Now known as Yasin Bey. Kanye West.
Okay.
Well, damn, he's not alive. I was gonna say Doom, but he's dead. So I gotta do another person that's alive. He's not a hip hop artist, but I do love DJ Shadow.
Okay.
Just one album of his from 1996 that I bump every day. The other two people would be Kurt Cobain. I want to say Soundgarden, but rest in peace, Chris Cornell. But Kurt Cobain.
Okay.
And Gorillaz.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't know about that. They don't know
I
about
don't
that.
know nothing about that, man.
So you said 5 artists, your favorite artists. Can you give us 3 artists that inspired you to do music?
Most Def, Kanye West, MF Doom.
Oh, yeah, now you did. Oh, shit. So can you explain your fashion world and your photography world? Because I know you do photography. And one day I was at one of the shows. I'm like, hold on, you got a camera?
Yeah.
And I didn't know about this whole time.
Yeah. So photography was started out in Springbrook, out here in Maryland.
Okay.
And I was taking guitar class at the time.
Ooh.
And I didn't know. I always watched movies where they talked about like where like John Hughes films where it would be. This is like John Hughes aesthetic right here.
Okay.
Like this is definitely Breakfast Club type scenery.
Yeah.
But movies like that, they had the workshops, and they were always set in like the 80s and 70s where they had like interesting classes for real. So to get to the point really is like I saw in movies that they had the photography classes, the dark rooms and all that, and I thought to myself as a kid, I'm like, I wonder what that's like. Boom, Springbrook in high school freshman year, we are able to change our electives because I was getting bored of guitar class. I don't know why, but I mean, I know how to play C note, G note, all that. I know how to do that, the basic strings. I know how to probably play 1 or 2 songs that if you ask me if I know exactly what they are. But other than that, don't ask me to. I gotta practice. Because like I said, I used to love rock and roll. I wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah.
Still can be. Wink, wink. When it came to changing electives, I was like, okay, cool. Photography is this option now. So I'm like, all right, I finally get to experience the dark room. I finally get to experience what that's like, developing film, working with a Pentatonix or Fuji camera, one of the 2 film cameras. And that sparked interest in me, just like that. So I was like, all right, fuck guitar, I'm going to photography. Ever since then, it was photo 1, junior year, photo 2, senior year, photo 3, aced all the classes, because this is what I'm passionate about. You know what I'm saying? So from then on, I just took it from there. I switched out so many cameras, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I got the not the Coolpix. I have a Canon Rebel.
Okay, so what was your favorite camera that you had?
My favorite one was my Christmas gift when I was a kid. It was the Nikon Coolpix L310.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still remember the model of it. I just made the mistake of giving it to one of my uncles.
Damn.
He needed it for a night out, and yeah.
That night out turned to another night out with the camera.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Cigarette stain. How do you get a cigarette stain on the back of the camera?
I don't know.
But anyways, that's neither here nor
Hey, you think about it, hold on, y'all.
I'm just saying, like, I love my family. Anyways, where was I going at? So yeah, now I haven't been doing much with photography, but I will toot my horn on this one. Prince George's County Community College, they were doing this this little photography competition or whatever, and the theme of it was I think it was like family or it was something of that, like talking about family or family bonds. So I took this picture out at Lake Artemisia, and I forgot what species of like plant it was, but it's like not a pussy willow, but it's kind of like oh my goodness, it's this type. I don't want to say flower, but it has those cones. It looks like a cone thing, like cylinder like.
Okay.
I forgot what they're called. If you see it, you know what I mean. Anyways, I was out and about taking nature pictures, which is the most boring thing for me. I do not like it. That's why you started seeing me at events taking pictures, because I'm like, if I'm gonna be taking pictures, I might as well take pictures of people that I know and be somewhere that I actually enjoy being at. Not that I don't enjoy nature, but nature picture, that's like the standard of beginner photographers.
I want to take a picture of this flower. Oh, we want to zoom out.
You know,
it's a bee.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have like 15 different pictures of bees. So I took a picture of these, let's say flowers, even though they're not flowers, but it was these 3 flowers. 2 were standing up straight, and the other one was like shorter, and it was leaning up against the other one. I instantly looked at that, and I'm like, oh shit, this is like a representation of a family. I thought of my family. Me being that little kid that leaned up on mom or dad or whomever. And so I was like, boom, snap that picture, edited it. The edited version looks better, but the original raw is still wholesome in itself. But, you know, I was able to get that. No, it wasn't a contest. It was to be able to get my picture published in a magazine. So my photo under my government name is out here in the world with PGCC.
Hey. It's outside.
It's outside for real.
It's outside. You know what's crazy? Speaking of like government names, I find it funny when I hear artists' real names versus their government name. I'm just like, so your name was George this whole time? And they be having like, their name be like AK-47. I'm like, sir.
And your name is Cliff. Come on, Cliff. But I mean, with my name and my stage name and government name, like to me, I know it's a no-brainer. But it's like when people hear my real name, they're like, who the fuck is that? And I'd be like, that's me.
So right now I want to be a little bit messy, right?
Okay.
So I feel like some artists be taken away from your artistic vision. How do you feel about that?
Give me an example. Let's get messier. Let's get messier.
Let's get messier. I ain't gonna get too deep into it. I'm gonna say it's a fake cult.
Okay.
And then I think you should figure it out once I say it like that.
Okay.
But how do you feel about when people do that and don't give you the credit for it?
At the time, now that I'm all grown up and mature now, I got my feelings about it. Even though I have moments of pettiness.
And you don't got to you don't got to say no names or nothing. You just talk.
You know, and the petty side of me would love to, but no. I've evolved. At the time, I didn't like it. At the time, it pissed me off. At the time, I'm fists thrown in the air. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is me. This is my shine. But I've grown to realize that motherfuckers need me, and I say that humbly and very calmly. These niggas need me. And I underestimated that because of people like you telling me how much of an importance I am, me not realizing how much of an importance I am. So I had to take time to isolate. I had these moments of not being outside, besides being out there for art all night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, motherfuckers need me. And that's what I see it as now, is that, okay, there is an impact that I do, even off the one music video that I did with Michonne. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was copied. And then it was, but that copy, no thanks to that person having the same thing in his music video, I thank him because that was a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I didn't see it at the time because I'm in my emotions. I'm like, oh, this nigga, and you know, sometimes I still fall into that. What the fuck? But that's I realize now that's gonna be a given.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna continue with what I continue doing before I die, I gotta realize people are gonna do exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. Why? Because they probably didn't think it of themselves. And so I have to be the pioneer. I may not get recognition for doing it first, or I may. depending on how the universe works it out. But it took the universe to take me out, to have those moments happen, and to set me back to be like, oh, that's why. But I gotta be chill about it and all that. So it's like I understand now why it happens. And am I gonna be like not get mad at it? Of course I'm gonna get mad at it. Of course it's gonna be an itch in my ass about it. But I have to smile at it now. I have to increase the gratitude, de-escalate just the bullshit side of it, the initial reaction to it. So yeah.
I feel like some people are naturally creative, like yourself, and I feel like some people are copiers, and they have to take to feel like they're creative, but they're really not.
Some people are creative capitalists.
Okay. Yeah.
And some people are actual artists.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of creative capitalists, just like how there are spiritual capitalists.
Okay, talk your shit.
Just like how there are, there's a lot of there are groups that have motives.
Mm-hmm.
There are groups that have agendas, and no matter how you dress it up. The saying of, hey, we are family, we've heard that as soon as we clock into our 9 to 5s.
Yeah, it's the bullshit.
It's the bullshit. So discernment is a motherfucker when it comes to that. Heavy discernment, heavy discernment. But that takes growth. But they're out there, and you have to kind of, if you're strong enough, you'll peep it. And you'll still go through it because you're pursuing your own thing.
Yeah.
But be mindful of that. To people out here, be mindful of that. That I've been told before from a person that to be in groups socially, right, kind of have to be part of the crowd. If you're that kind of person that knows that if you know it or don't know it, the universe will let you know that if you're a leader, if you're assigned to be a leader here and you're in groups and they kind of, whether verbally or non-verbally, tell you to not be a leader, then you don't need to be in a group. You have to start your own. And you know what I'm saying? And that takes growth, that takes solitude, that takes time alone to really learn that. So if you're a leader and if you don't know it yet, God, whomever you pray to, the universe will let you know that. You don't need to be in groups. You have to make your own. And if you're not able to make your own, then you need to be in a group.
That's funny as shit. So this could get dangerous.
Let's get
You
dangerous.
pick something out the orange cup. If the action, you gotta do the action. If it's the same, just read it out loud and answer it.
Oh man, it's even more dangerous. I can't even. There we go. Right. The universe repeats. History repeats.
What did it say?
Dance.
Dang, so you gotta go in front of the projector.
Hey, I'm about to do a little dance. Shout out to Derek Washington.
Yeah. Yeah.
My knees.
My leg. Yeah, hey, he did it though. He did it. The acting applause, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, fuck! I got the same thing again.
Yeah. That's great. That's crazy how I got the same thing
Same
again.
thing, and I got more in there this time. There.
But that's crazy though.
That's funny as shit.
Oh man.
So we'll get back to a segment of that again later on. So your favorite piece of clothing, because you know I see you make clothes also that I don't have, but I see you make clothes.
I'm working on it.
So what's your favorite piece of clothing that you made?
My favorite piece of clothing are the sweatsuits, the Free Slave sweatsuits. They're hella fucking comfortable. The material itself, so comfortable. But I've started doing hand sewing, like personal pieces. I've also made this pencil skirt, but it's like super. I mean, hell, I mean, this is gonna go viral. I tried it on, and I'm like, well, if I can fit this, I'm a size 30, so a woman that's smaller than me. Because what I want to go for. All right, so to answer the question, that pencil skirt is my favorite, right?
Okay.
Because I want a woman to wear it, but with no underwear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that could be an empowering thing, and I want it to be like shock value, like how Ye had Bianca, turn around and unveil herself. Like, yeah, I want a woman to feel confident enough to, when I get back into the fashion world and do the shows, I want a woman to be confident enough to have a top or whatever, but to be able to be like, look, you're about to walk the runway with your pussy out. Like, and I need her to understand, like, it's not a sexual thing. It can be a sexual thing, but we're selling the sex.
Yeah.
Right. But I need you to be confident enough to be like, I am that bitch. To be like, I am enough of that bitch confidently to strut the runway with my ass and pussy out. That's all.
I'm mad at that.
So that's my favorite piece. But personally, I do love my sweatsuits, like t-shirts, simple designs. I love minimalistic designs. I love minimalistic designs that are minimal, but say a lot. So, yeah, my t-shirts and my sweatsuits are my favorites.
Gotcha. And also, you do paintings. Also, y'all know that you do artwork.
Yes, I am wicked with the strokes.
So I went to a art event that he did, that he was a part of.
Yeah.
He was a feature, and all you see was art pieces all over the place. It was even a penis. Okay, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I get it though. I get the art expression of it.
Yeah.
Can you explain your artwork and what's your favorite piece of artwork? And how long did it take for you to do your favorite piece?
So all of my pieces, that was a panel discussion that was going on over in Southeast, across from the Songbird. It was at the Village. Uche, also known as Afro So Real, her and I had spoken about this. It was an event that she planned out 2 years ago, and I remember I was at Free Space Collective out in Greenbelt Mall. They were having an event, and I was vending there, and I was selling my clothes and selling my art pieces. At the time, it was just 2 at the time. And so Uche and I had talked, and she asked me what I wanted to focus on. I was like, well, I want to focus on art, my paintings. So she was like, cool, we'll talk later down the line, and boom, the moment happened. So I was late, but regardless of that, I was able to get there, set up my pieces. I think I put up about like at least 8-10 pieces out there. And it was a panel discussion with Punchline Princess D'Angele. She was there, and Jazz Talks, she was there. She also purchased a piece of mine, and Rock and Roller Slim, he purchased my Tesla piece. Okay. The high Tesla one. So I was grateful enough, by the grace of God, to be able to have the confidence and the self-esteem to uprise, to have the universe affirm to me like, hey, what you do in the basement of your family's home is not going to waste. I just have to go out there, I have to talk to people, I have to put myself out there. But nonetheless, yes, there were paintings of my penis. There were. People were talking about it. Nature Boy, he was there, he talked about it. Everybody had jokes about it. Actually, the paintings of my penis are like my favorite. It is. Not gonna get into detail about that, but it is. It helps. It's a self-affirming thing. It helps me out. I mean, of course, I don't spend my days just staring at all pieces of my penis. No, I don't. No, but it's an acceptance of my body, because I have issues with accepting how I look. Because people are like, oh, I'm so skinny, and in my head, I imagine myself like with muscle and all that, and it's easy. It's nothing for me to gain muscle. So I have a hate and love relationship with my perspective on my body. Today, I love being skinny. You want to know why? Because I'm able to rock any fucking thing. Being skinny.
I can't wear some shit.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have that advantage. But I also hate it at times because it's just like, damn, when I breathe, you can see my fucking rib cage. Like, so it's you know, I have my insecurities. The penis paintings were something that helped me out to just be like, hey, this is how I'm made. Yeah. And everybody is built different, of course, but during the process, I learned to reach a level of loving myself, you know, doing that. But then there are other pieces where there's this big piece. No, not the big piece. There's one piece I love where it's the eyeball and inside the pupil it's a baby.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. I had set it up like if you were to like walk in the building, you would walk right past it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But it's an all pink piece, and I was, you know, microdosing and, you know, watching TV, and I just had these ideas, and one idea that was so small but so major, you know, I was like, look, the eye of the beholder. That's all that was repeating in my head was eye of the beholder. So I'm like, okay. Then I started thinking about Family Guy, the episode of Stewie, how he wanted he wanted Peter and Lois to try and get a baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to get the brother. And so, you know, I remember the twinkle in the eye thing. So as I was painting it, painted it pink for the representation of femininity, so on and so forth. And then I did the eyeball, and I wanted to be like very, very precise with how I wanted to do the veins and everything for the eyeball. And the idea of having the baby be inside the pupil, I don't know, man. It was an experience. Like, it was an experience. Most of my paintings, they usually take maybe like 2 to 3 days. Okay. Sometimes 30 minutes, 40 minutes, depending. Like, I'm not, like, I see these paintings over here. Those people probably took like weeks, months, or whatever, and people really dedicate their art. But comparison is a thief of joy, and I work with what's comfortable for me. If it's simplistic, if it's almost Neanderthal looking like, then that's what works for me, then that's my style. I wouldn't call it a niche, but everybody has their style. And I remember when I was unemployed, at the time, I remember I was at Malcolm X Park selling my paintings, and this one artist, he chastised the shit out of me. He, in the most respectful way.
Fucking.
You know what I'm saying? But I have to thank him at the same time, because it's like, when he straight up told me that, when he looked at my paintings and he said, I don't have a niche, that's my niche. It's that I don't have one.
Yeah.
All of my paintings are sporadic. That's art. That's expressionism 101. You know, I don't really care for how society is now, where it's like everybody has to have this one thing, even in music. Oh, why don't you do this certain kind of music? There was a time where you could just do whatever the hell you wanted. I grew up around that time, so why don't we just get back to doing whatever the fuck we want? And like whoever pops. But it doesn't make us any lesser of value because, okay, we're not popping. Let's dead that shit.
Right.
That's that Instagram shit. Let's kill that. Let's go back to, you know, being popular for being just who you are. That's just how I remember it. Like in music, you had Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz was popping, and he did his thing. Everybody at the time, who else? Angie Stone, rest in peace to her. Macy Gray. Everybody had their thing, but everybody was popping.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that. Fuck all this Instagram shit. Fuck all this social media shit. I mean, yeah, use it as a tool for its purpose now. But like community-wise, this is, man, shit. Who the fuck cares who's popping or not?
Yeah.
Well, is your shit good? You know what I mean? Is it good enough to match your character? Is it good enough to match your personality? You know?
Yeah, I do have to say this one thing. Also, the album cover for your birthday is goated. I don't care what nobody say. That's a goated photo cover for your album. Cause I seen the video, you in the club, shirt off in the head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then you put it as a cover. I'm like, damn, this is goated. Cause you seen the video before this, you know the photo. You're like, damn.
Yeah, that it's probably still circulating on TikTok. Like, Are We on the Air? Shout outs to her when she got on fucking stage, man. Like the other DJs were cool, and I'm bobbing. I'm like two to three Red Stripe beers in, but when Are We on the Air came on, like her selection, the frequency itself changed, and I felt like I was in a bashment party. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was at the Caribbean Festival or something. I'm just, whew, man, it was exhilarating. So. And it started getting hot, girls started talking to me and whatnot. I was paying no attention, I'm lit. And it just got super hot. So all I had was a tank top on, so I just took the fucking tank top on, made sure the chain stayed on and shit. And when she sent me the picture, because she was looking for my page. And so somebody that I guess we're a mutual friend of hers had told her about me. And so that's when she sent the video. She was like, yeah, you're all over TikTok. I was like, oh, I don't have TikTok. I mean, I do. I'm just not on that shit. And I was like, all right, well, I was like, is it cool if I just use it as the album cover for my next project? She was like, yeah, that'd be dope. So boom. I had to get the picture. I wanted to pause the video like very, very precisely. So when I got it at that moment, I was like, yeah. I was like, for Antithesis 4, this is the energy. Because listening to the songs and editing and mastering and all that, I was like, okay, I got the energy down, but what picture emulates the energy? So I thank that moment, and I thank Are We on the Air for sending me the video, for me being able to have this cover art. Because I agree with you, that shit's dope. That shit's dope.
Nah, that shit's not dope, that shit is goated.
Goated. That shit's goated and raw.
Cause that was a moment. You ever see a picture? You like, I remember this moment. This happened. So it just the pain is it be with you.
And for other people, I've thought about it too. I'm like, yo, what happened? I want people to look at it and be like, yo, I want to be in that moment. What happened? Like I want other people to I wanted to give off that energy. Like the Antithesis 4 is a party, D&B, bass core. It's just a culmination of party sounds. Of rave culture, of the culture that that I was immersed in, that I was around. So I just really wanted it to emulate that, to just have the energy be out there like Antithesis 4. It's the name in itself. It's something different from what people would normally hear. This album cover is probably something different from what you normally see on other album covers. Yeah, tap in and listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like production itself. Like, fuck, I made the beats. Like, flex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made the beats. I sampled certain things. I sampled fucking porn videos to emulate the energy of high energy and lust with bass core and house music and D&B. I just wanted it to sound like a fucking party.
I like that.
I wanted it to sound like a rave.
So what's your favorite song on that project?
Favorite song on the project would have to be just one song or
one song.
One song.
One song. Now you gotta think about this.
I gotta think about it because I was about to give you like 2 or 3.
Nah, that's cheating.
It is cheating. Definitely cheating. I would have to say the song Disguise.
Okay.
It's one of the more crisper songs that I did, aside from how all the other songs sounded. It takes you by surprise. Because it's one of those songs, like you hear everything else, all the other tracks sound gritty, it sounds harsh, it sounds chaotic, it also sounds groovy in some aspects. This one, it was originally not supposed to be on Antithesis 4. It was going to be on my other project that's out now called Her. But I was like, no, Her had its own sound. When I listened to that, when I listened to the track list for Antithesis 4, I'm like, you know what? This song matches more of the energy here. It's a club sound, but it's a Hey Ya kind of song.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's got that upbeat sound, but the lyrics are sad. You know what I mean? But if you're paying attention enough, you won't notice the lyrics because you're too busy to the. You know what I'm saying? That sound to take over.
Yeah.
But it's a love song nonetheless. It's a heartbreak song nonetheless. about a woman that dropped me, and like it was. I took time to look back at the past relationship and really tell myself like, oh, everything was just all in disguise. So that's where the song title came from. And then I talk about how, later down the line, if she comes back in my life, I hope I'm not somebody that she still hates. Because I said some shit to her, she probably didn't like it or whatever, or she moved on. Who knows? But that's where the song came from. So yeah, I was like, it's suitable, but it's more fitting for this.
So the project that's out now, that's called Her. Explain the process of it and the meaning behind it.
The process of it was gut wrenching. It was painful because I had to. I mean, it was a situationship, and I thought it could have been more. And that's kind of, I ain't gonna say that's my thing, but it's been an ongoing thing that I realize when I'm pursuing women. I kind of be wanting more when I get a little taste. And sometimes I forget it's just a little taste. Sometimes it's just a fun moment. And yeah, I mean, and it's not like, oh, I was simping for the person or anything. Like, the person felt me too. I guess they wanted more too, but we just couldn't find a mutual ground or whatever. I don't know. Just didn't work out in layman's terms. Met her in the club, you know what I'm saying, at Cowdy's rooftop. And I made a song right then and there, not right then and there, but later down the line of getting to know her. And so that's the first track. And I wanted it to sound spacey, earthreal, hope I pronounced that right, but I wanted it to sound like how the experience was. It felt warm, but it also felt spacey, open. It felt celestial in a sense. So that's the first. That was the moment. That was how it was for the first track. The second track, it was already a song that I had done before. I just didn't know that it was going to be for this moment. Next to Me was a song that I originally was going to have for a project 3 years ago, but I just didn't know what to do with it until I started listening to older songs that I made, and I'm like, okay, this fits here, and that was one of those songs. So I'm like, this fits well with my situation. Yeah. You go here. You fill in for this part of the story. But it's 4 songs. I wanted it to be originally 7 because I thought that what I had going on was going to be far more extensive, but it was short-lived. So I was like, well, the project's going to be short.
It's still a good project, though.
Thank you. I've had my brother and you also say like it sounded like 808s and Heartbreaks, but something different. I originally was not going for that, but when I started listening to it more, I'm like, makes sense. It makes the fuck sense, It's a heartbreak project, but I do love the last track. Like, I really need you, man. I was recording in my car, like, fucking screaming and shit. It was an emotional process for that. So.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't cry. I almost did. I was teary-eyed, but I was like, nah. I felt it more in the heart. So I was just like, yeah, that's when I make music. It's like if I don't feel it, that's probably my issue is that if I don't feel it while recording, I don't put it out.
Oh,
that'd be my thing. I'd be needing to feel that shit.
Pain is the best music.
You know what I'm saying?
Feeling is the best music. Emotion is the best music.
Yeah.
I feel like some people just do music and they don't have nothing behind it. There's no soul behind it. No feeling. Nothing. I get chill bumps. I want to feel something.
And I mean, it's cool if it's. I would say it's cool if it's soulless. Then make shit that Drake makes.
Yeah.
Make that GMO stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's a space for that.
So I'm gonna give you three different things, and I want you to tell me three different colors that you think about when you hear what I say. Your music.
My music, three different colors.
No, just one color for this one.
One color for this one. My music, tie-dye.
Okay. Photography.
Yellow.
Okay. Your paintings.
White.
Okay, I like that. You know, some people, as artists, I feel like sometimes we see color when we hear certain things or see certain things and how we feel. So that's why I had to ask some questions. 'Cause I feel like you will understand me when I ask you.
That was interesting. Like that was really interesting. I had to take time to be, a little bit of pension in there to really think about it. Because I mean, when it comes to music, yeah, it's when you think of frequency, right? You have to think of color.
That's true.
Because frequency does have an effect on color. Tie-dye is the best example for that because it's everywhere. It's, or you can go for like the psychedelic colors, the traditional psychedelic colors, because it's, that's what I think represents music. And then painting white, of course. Why? Because of the canvas. A painting, you don't have an image yet, but you have the material, this white space to be able to add something. So that makes sense. And then what was the other one?
Your paintings, your photography.
Photography. Yellow, not because of the flashing light, but because of the fact that the sun, right? I'm thinking of optics. When I thought of yellow, I thought of the sun and how you're not supposed to look at the light too long because it'll burn, blind you and
My
shit.
dumb ass would.
I've been doing it too, sun gazing and whatnot. But yeah, I thought of that. I thought of the sun. I thought of the flash of light from the camera. But I also thought of the eyeball. So, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you could have any feature on your project, who would it be? Just one feature. And what song would you put them on?
Kanye West on my last track. I really need it. I really need you.
Okay.
I just need him. I need him to do some crazy auto-tune shit, harmonize with me and all that. He can rap too. Matter of fact, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't want him yelling at me. All right.
You don't have to answer.
Right.
I'm like, why are you yelling at me, sir? I'm taking a shit. It's like, go back in time and tell your younger self something. What would you tell them? And we talking about for music, for art, photography. What would you tell them? Like,
start listening to your heart more. Continue doing what the fuck you enjoy doing. Don't make other people's opinions your personality. You're great at what you do. You just don't know it yet. But you have to lock in. You'll have trials and tribulations, and it's going to be difficult. There are going to be moments where you wish you were far more prepared than ever. Get prepared now. And just stay being yourself, because it gets worse from here on out.
that was deep. Okay, all right, so this could get dangerous. I see you ready. Pick something out of the cup, please.
What is the most embarrassing song on your playlist? I don't think I have embarrassing songs. I listen to the same shit. That's just kind of embarrassing in itself. I would say the song Ass and Titties. I forgot who. It's DJ something. It's like ass, titties, ass, titties, ass, titties, ass, titties. And I guess that's an embarrassing song if you play that in public, like at a party or something.
Okay.
I don't know, it might get shit lit. I don't know.
All right, Mike, get lit. All right, so what cartoon character best represents you?
Bobby from the Goofy movie.
And what Bobby?
Just the aesthetic. And I remember Relia, she had pointed it out. And I, because I used to wear hoop earrings and shit. And I didn't really, I mean, at the time, like growing up, I didn't think I would be Bobby, but later down the line, I became Bobby.
Literally.
Just, just no love for the cheese, because I'm lactose intolerant. But I'll still fuck up some cheesecake and pizza. I just, and the glasses and everything, and just his demeanor, and, I didn't know that later down the line that that would be me. So he's a cool character. He's that typical stoner character. You can obviously tell. And now I'm a cool stoner character. Of course, I do more. But, people know me for getting high a lot. People know me for being a stoner. Hey.
All right, so is there any future projects or anything you have coming up?
It would be easier for me to say no. I am working on things right now. Like I said, I want to be able to have another art exhibition go on. I want to be able to be known for my art pieces. I make great art. I feel like it's pivotal for the culture. I feel like if not pivotal, at least impactful. I want to be able to get back into performing. I miss it. I want to be able to work on my confidence with that. And of course, actually build a fan base. I feel like I don't have one, but I might have one. So if I do have one, I just wanted to grow. As far as music, I've been just now getting back into making beats, just now getting back into making songs, because all I've been doing is working and making money. But I feel like the universe has been putting me in this position to where it's just like, all right, are you gonna chase this money that comes and goes, or are you gonna chase your fucking dreams?
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? ¿Por qué no las dos? But okay, ¿Por qué no las dos? But hey, I'm gonna be able to find that balance and be able to do both. But I'm gonna lean more to just pursuing my dreams. I have to be able to just cut the safety net, not worry, not fear, and just fall into the hands of the universe, because the universe will take care. And it's been obvious that the universe has definitely provided for me, man. So praise be to God. Yeah,
I like that. So this could get dangerous. We're gonna pick one more out the cup.
I've been having my eye on this green one right here. I'm curious. Curious. That's the Moon Gemini in me. What's something embarrassing that happened to you again? That's why, universe. Because I've got this question before. I don't know what I answered before. I might be answering with the same answer. All right, so when I was about 5-6 years old, at the Target at PG Mall, when they just built the Target at PG Mall, it was me and my cousin. We were chilling, having fun. And me being a trifling little kid, laughing, farting, ha ha ha, my cousin laughing at it too. So I was like, yeah, check this out. I wanted to force a fart out. I thought it was a fart. Ended up shitting on myself. It was a big shark.
Damn.
In Target. I didn't soil myself completely, but yeah, that, among other embarrassing moments, that's the cherry on top of embarrassing moments.
Damn.
I shitted on and ever since then, whenever I have to poop, I just, yeah. I hold it in. I don't want to have it. I know. Grown ass man shitting on myself. Nah.
That's real though. That's real. So where can they find you and your music at?
Folks, you can find me everywhere. You can find me on YouTube Music. You can find me on Deezer, Tidal, because fuck Spotify. But you can find me on Spotify too. Apple Music. All of my ats are at BOBBYSAAAGE9. That's my Instagram. All of my other links, art by Robert L. is on there as well. That's for my painting.
Is that your name? So no.
Yep. Just revealed my government name. Art by Robert L. is for painting. Free Slave Clothing is my brand. That is FREESLVECLTHING. Because I am not a slave, but are you? There's also my photography page, Photos So Vivid. There's also, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know. I have so many. It's hard to keep up with. But you can all find all of those other pages just by checking out my link in the bio once you follow my Instagram page.
All right, I'm Brandon Sean, and this is
Sage.
Hey.